Hello guys, welcome back to Mr. Deep Coding channel. This is part 7 of the KMM social media app series, and today, as you can see here on my screen, we will work on the post detail screen UI. So we'll have also to implement the click action that will navigate us to this post detail destination. So without further ado, let's get started. I will go back inside the Android Studio, and here the first thing that I want you to do is to create a new package inside our Android package. So create a new package, and I will name this post simply. And from this post package, I want you to create our first Kotlin file, and I will name that post detail. Now this post detail represent the post the destination that we'd like to navigate to, and of course it will be a composable post detail like so, and we need to make it a destination using our compose destinations library. So we need to add this annotation here, and our post detail destination will take, of course, the navigator from destinations navigator and also post ID for the post that we want to load, of course. And okay, so after doing this, I think we can now go, please open common package and component package. Now go inside appr.kt. Here we need to change a couple of things. First of all, let's set the title for our destination. So now before we do that, we need to rebuild our project so that the post detail destination will be created. Alright guys, now the build is done, and the first thing is to set a title for our post detail destination. So we're going to check if it's post detail destination. It should have been created. Yeah, this one here. And in that case, we need to create a new string resource. So we will call this post detail destination title. All right, post a detail destination route. Okay, so let's create now this string resource. Great, and now we need to change the should show navigation icon logic here. So when do we need to show the navigation icon? So we need to show the navigation icon when it's not the login destination, sign up destination, or home screen destination. So here we need to return not current destination equal to login destination route, or current destination sign up destination dot route, or current destination home destination dot route. We can close now the appr.kt. Now we're back inside our post detail screen. So I want you to go back inside post package and create one more Kotlin file, and that will be post detail screen. Alright, so let's have a composable. And as usual, we're going to first of all pass a modifier. Let me close at this like so. Okay, now let me go back inside Google Chrome and let's see the design. So we will first of all need a comment list item, because we already have that post list item that we're going to reuse. And let's first of all create comment list item And for that, we need a model that I will call comment. So let's go inside our fake data package and create comment. Select Kotlin file. Right, so from here I will paste the data that I've copied from my demo project. So here, as you can see, we have our comment model that have an ID, the comment text, the date, author name, image URL ID, and post ID. Right, so now next we need to create our comment list item, and for that we will create that inside our component package. So let's create a new Kotlin file and we will call this comment list item. You can select file, there we go. So that will be a composable comment list item. As usual, let pass a modifier. Now our comment list item need, of course, a comment, and it will also take two lambdas here. The first one I will call that on profile click. That will need to take an ID, the user profile ID, and the second one I will call that on more icon click. So these two lambdas here, where is that? Right, so whenever we click on this profile image or the username, we have to navigate to this particular user profile, and also a user can have the possibility to delete the comment if they are either the post owner or the comment owner. So let me go back inside Android Studio, and now we can proceed creating the UI of our comment list item. Great, so inside here we first of all need a row, because we need to align the image and the rest of the UI horizontally. So I will pass the modifier fill max width, not max size, and also set the padding to be large spacing like so. Great, so we need to also pass horizontal arrangement spaced by medium spacing. Now inside this row we first of all need a circle image, and for the image URL we will call comment.author image URL, and we can pass a modifier to set the size to be 30 dp. Alright, so we can import the dp. Great, so for the circle image click we need to call our profile on profile click, and the ID will be comment.author ID. Now after the circle image we need a column that will take the remaining space, and for that we need to pass a modifier weight of 1. So inside this column we will first of all have a row for the image, for the name and the date and the icon, and we're going to set the horizontal arrangement one more time to be arrangement spaced by medium spacing like so. Now inside this row we need a text composable for the name. Let's call comment.author name, and the style will be subtitle 2. Alright, so now we need another text for the date, comment.date, and the style will be material caption. So I will set the color of our text depending on whether it's light theme or not. So if material theme.colors.isLight, we will use our light gray color, else we will use our dark gray color. Alright, so now we need the icon composable, painter, a resource, r.drawable. I think we need to import r. So we call around more horizontal. And for the content description, you can pass, I will pass null for now. And so one more thing is that we would like to change the tint, and we use the same color as for our date text composable. So here inside the comment date, I want to pass a modifier align by baseline, and also a weight to be 1, so that it takes entire the remaining space. I'm pushing this icon to the end of our row. And I want also to align this by baseline modifier. Okay, so now below our row we need the comment text. So for that we need a text composable, and we call comment, and the style will be typography body 2. Alright, so we need one more thing. Okay, on more icon click. So for that we can pass a modifier clickable to our icon, like so. Okay, so comment list item is done. So let me quickly copy the preview to make sure that it's what we are expecting, and I will paste that here. Close that and let's see the preview. Build and refresh. Alright, so as you can see, our comment list item looks great. Alright, so let me close the comment list item and also the comment.kt file. So now next thing, now we are inside our PostDetailScreen. Let's go back and see the design. So here, as you can see, the last thing that is missing is this comment header section here, and I will create that inside our PostDetailScreen KT right below PostDetailScreen composable. So I'm going to create a composable, and I will name this as comments section header. Let's pass modifier as usual. And it's also going to take on add comments click. Okay, so this is when the user clicks on this add new comment button. Alright, so from here we need a row. Modifier fill max width, padding a large spacing, vertical alignment, and that would be center vertically, and for the horizontal arrangement, arrangement at that space between. We have two things here, the comment and this button. So I will change this button. It will not be a filled button. I will instead use an outline button. Alright, so now inside this row, we first of all need a text composable, and we will create a new string resource So we have to import R one more time. We will call this comment header label. I already have that text here. So these are the text resources that I have created when I was doing the demo. Okay, so the style will be subtitle 1. And right below, instead of this filled button, I want to use an outline button instead, but yeah, feel free to use this if you prefer. But I'm going to use an outline button instead. So outlined button, and the click will be on add comment click. So for the content of our button, we're going to use a text, and let's create a new string resource, and that will be comment new comment button label, like so. I already also have this add comment string resource here. Right, so we now have the comment section header. Now let's work on post detail screen. So we need the UI state for our post detail screen, and for that, let's create a view model inside our post package. I'm going to create a new Kotlin file, and that will be post detail screen view model. Extend view model. Now below this class, I will have two data class for the UI state, and the first one I will call it post UI state is loading. That's a boolean. I will initialize to false, and I will have post, a nullable post, default value to null, and error message in case we couldn't load the post. We can have one more UI state, and that will be comment UI state. Almost the same. So we have is loading false and comment. That will be a list of our comment. The default value will be an empty list. And lastly, error message, null as well by default. Great. Now inside our post detail screen view model, we need to have here post UI state variable by immutable state of post UI state. You can import the get and set value. And now we need also for the comment UI state. Great. Now I will have a method here to fetch data. So I will call this function fetch data. That need to take post ID. Okay, so from here we use our view model scope to launch a new coroutine, and let's first of all modify the post UI state is loading to true. The same for the comment UI state. So here I'm going quickly because you already know why I'm doing all this. We can simulate now call delay to simulate a request, and it can take half of a second. and after that we're going to set the post and the comment. So we will use our sample post and find the post that has the same ID as our post ID. So for the comment UI state, for the comment, we'll just pass our sample comment. Great. Alright, so I think the view model is done for now. Let's go now inside PostDetailScreen. Okay, so here we need to pass our post UI state and comment UI state. And this PostDetailScreen will also take a on more icon click. I think this should take a comment. I will call this instead on comment more icon click. Okay, like so. And on profile click, the user ID. We can take on add comment click. Okay, so now inside PostDetailScreen, let's first of all check if we are loading. So for that we'll check our post UI state if it's loading, and also if comment UI state is loading. And in that case we need to show the circular progress indicator, and let's put that inside a box. Modifier fill max size and the content alignment center, and here we'll pass our circular progress indicator as if post UI state dot post is different of null. In that case we need a lazy column. Modifier fill max size as well. Alright, so for this lazy column, the first item will be our, let me show you, will be this post list item. The second item will be the comment header section, and the remaining items will be our comment. Great. So let's call item, and we'll pass the key as post item. Now we can call our post list item, and for the post we will pass post UI state post. On post click we will not do anything, so for the profile click we'll pass on profile click. On like and comment click we will handle that later. So one more thing that we need to pass is detail screen, and we need to set that to true so that it will show all the description. Right. The second item, like I said, is the comment header section. We can pass a key for that as well, and I will call this comment header section. You can call our comment header section this one, comment section header, comment header section. Okay, so for the on add new comment, we can simply call that on add. Not this one, on add, yeah. Alright, for the remaining items we need to call these items instead, and that would be our sample comment, and the key will be our comment ID. There we go. So what's happening here? Okay, so now here we need to call our comment list item, and we'll pass the comment as it. On profile click, we will call on profile click, and for the on more icon click, we'll call on comment more icon click, and we will pass the comment as it. Okay, so now I think we need to handle the case where the post is null. So else, we need to create a box to show the error message. That means there was an error and we couldn't load the post. Fill max size, content alignment center. Okay, so here we could have a column, vertical arrangement dot spaced by medium. Okay, let's just take large spacing. Now inside this column we can have a text composable to tell the user that an error occurred, and we'll create a new string resource for that. Error, okay, loading post error, that's the name I gave it, and the style, that will be material text caption. Now we can have an outline button to retry whenever we couldn't load the post. So for the on click, we need to have here fetch data lambda, like so, and we will call that here fetch data. And for the content of our outline box, we're going to create a new string resource that I already have, and that is retry button label. Alright, so now close this and this and this one. So here we need a new launch defect to fetch data. So when this composable enters the composition, and the key will be unit, that means we need to call this just once, and when we enter the composition, and the block, for the block we will call our fetch data, like so. Okay, so let me copy the preview quickly. Okay, so we have some parameter that are missing. Okay, now let me close this and let's see the preview. Okay, so here we go, and as you can see, that's exactly what we are expecting. I mean, we can have a divider here to separate comments. So let's see, let's add that quickly. And yeah, we can have that here right above our comment list item call. So we can have a divider, and let's now see what it looks like. Okay, great. So we have the divider, and I think it's working, but I think we have a problem with the text here because it truncates that to 3 lines. So let's quickly see our post list item. Okay, so let's just run the app and see if it's still making the same error. Before we run our app, let's go inside our post detail. So from here, we first of all need the view model, post a detail screen view model. That will be okay, coin view model, and now we can call post a detail screen. For the post UI state, pass view model and post UI state. The same for comments UI state. On comment more icon click, we will handle that later. For the profile click also, when we create our profile screen, we will handle the click here. And for the uncomment click, let's leave it to do for now. And lastly, fetch data, we need to call view model fetch data. This is fetch data, and for that we need to call our view model fetch data and pass the post ID that we are normally going to receive. Okay, so let's just receive post ID as string. It's not post, sorry. So we will pass that here. Okay, I made a mistake. Now we need to rebuild our project so that the post ID is a string instead of a post. Okay, so while the Gradle build is running, let's quickly add the post detail screen view model to our app module. Open the DI package. You can duplicate this and now call our post detail screen view model. Alright, so now we need to wait. Gradle build is running, and once it finishes, we'll need to implement the click to navigate to our post editor screen. And for that, we can open our home destination. Let me close this. Alright, so the build is done, and let's now implement the on post click, and we're going to use a navigator dot navigate, and here we're going to pass post detail screen destination, and for the post ID we'll take the post dot ID like so. Okay, so now we can run the app because I already have my device connected, so we can run and test our app. Alright, so the app is running. Let's wait and see. There we go, we have our home screen, and if we click on one item, we now have the post detail. Okay, so we still have a couple of things to fix here. And okay, so if I go back inside our post detail screen, okay, we can set our lazy column to take background color. And that will be material theme colors surface. Let's now rerun the app. Right, there we go, and let's click on one post, and now we have our post detail screen. I think it looks great. Alright, and we have our comment. They all look great as well. We can click to go back. Okay, there's no back action, so let's quickly add that. Close this. You can open appbar.kt And if I scroll, okay, so here on our, we need to call, we have the nav host controller here, and for that we need to call navigate nav host controller dot navigate app. Okay, navigate app. All right. Okay, now we can run the app again. Okay, if we click now and try to navigate back, there we go. You can click another post, see the comment, and we can navigate back. But okay, as you can see, we're still having this text that is being truncated. Alright guys, now the problem is happening because we need to remove the aspect ratio that we set for our post list item for this column here. So we need to remove that, and also to add a padding, extra large spacing at the bottom to have a little bit of spacing between post list items. Now we can rerun our app and test. Okay, so now if I click, there we go. We are having the text that shows up all the lines. And we can go back. I think we're going to stop here for now, and that's all for our post editor screen. And until next time, take care. Bye.